Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome inside Marlington High School, home of the Dukes, for this OHSAA girls basketball clash between the Marlington Dukes and the Tallmadge Blue Devils. I am Nathan Smee, and I will have the call for you. As per usual, our bonus coverage of the JV contest, Marlington up 25-19. They went on a big run, a 7-0 run to lead by a total of, at that point, 5 points. It was 19-14. But now Tallmadge battling their way back in. They feel confident they can pull this one out. They trail by 6. They will have the basketball. There will be no commentary for the JV game, but once we get into varsity, as usual, I will have the call for you. Enjoy this bonus coverage as the Young Bucks go at it here in A-Town. As we take a look inside Marlington's huddle, this is bonus coverage of the JV contest. Once again, this is the JV game. 2:15 on the clock in regulation. Marlington up 27-22 over Tallmadge. Once this one concludes, it will be business as usual. We will have warm-ups, national anthem, introductions, the whole thing. So stay tuned for that. 2:15 on the clock. Once again, Marlington up by 5. We will see if the JV Dukes can pull out a victory and if that will be a sign of things to come for the varsity side. So once again, enjoy our bonus coverage of Tallmadge and Marlington's JV contest. The month of February is known for being a fine-tuning period before the OHSAA playoffs. The Dukes, taking that to heart, have not only had to go up against New Philadelphia, who is 12-6, but now they take on the 13-6 Tallmadge Blue Devils. It is the final home game of the season for Marlington, and it's up next on SmeeSports.
Yeah, thank you. I just want to say first, all glory to God. Without him, I am nothing.
Power the shove, Neighbor Nation, we will see you on Saturday afternoon. Riley Meister gets the point.
Back into left field, say goodnight to that baseball.
This is another one, it's back-to-back jacks for KSU Tuscarawas. He's the point, and it's alive. Hanson pushes it over. Unbelievable. We play on. It's blocked. We're tied. We're tied. Unbelievable. Good evening from Marlington High School, home of the Lady Dukes for the final time in the 2024-25 regular season, as Marlington welcomes in the 13-6 Tallmadge Blue Devils. Good evening, everyone. I am Nathan Smee on the call for you this evening in what looks to be a great test for these Marlington Dukes. They fell just short against New Philly on Saturday, losing by 5 in overtime to a very good Quaker side. But tonight, it is about redemption for these Dukes. A very similar team in Tallmadge, very much battle-tested based on their Suburban Conference schedule. They are ready to make some waves here against the Dukes. It's a fine tune for them as well. Their playoff game, Gilmore. A very good Gilmore Lady Lancers side. That game will be on the 15th. Still plenty of time, but you have to look at this game as a fine tune for Tallmadge. You look at Marlington at the same time. Winners of their past, winners of 5 out of their last 6. But either way, that loss is against a very good team. And their losses this year, Lake, Boardman, Carrollton twice, Louisville, Northwest, West Branch twice, and New Philly. Very good teams have taken down Marlington. Do not let their record fool you. That's exactly what we said before the playoffs last year, and they took St. V's to a game. They think they can be a top team, but so does Tallmadge. A win here sits them at 14-6 with one more game left to go before the playoffs come calling, and that will be a home tilt against Uniontown Lake. Looking forward to seeing what Tallmadge has in store tonight against a very red-hot Marlington Dukes side. We'll toss it downstairs to Athletic Director Chad Hilliard, and he will read us our pregame announcements and lead us in our player introductions.
Ladies and gentlemen, Marlington High School welcomes you to this contest between Tallmadge High School and your Marlington Dukes. To honor America, if you could please stand and join us in the playing of our national anthem. Thank you. Tonight's game is sponsored by the OHSAA. Your attendance and support of the student athletes and coaches is appreciated by both schools. Though both teams are rivals, they are expected to display good sportsmanship throughout the contest, and we request the same from all fans. Everyone in attendance is reminded to respect the game. The officials assigned to the game have met the requirements set by OHSAA and have been assigned based on the process approved by their board of directors. Officials for tonight's game are Dave Davis, Dr. Keith Brown, and Scott Laisling. Now let's meet our players and coaches for tonight's game, starting with your visiting team from Tallmadge. Tallmadge High School is coached by head coach Tony Whitmer. And your starting lineup for tonight's game: number 4, Coco Pooler. Number 14, Ray Pooler. Number 20, Sophia Worthington. Number 22, Sophia Crow. And number 24, Jada Kendrick. And now your starting lineup for your Marlington Dukes. The Dukes are coached by head coach Nicholas Strumpel. And your starting lineup: freshman number 1, Bailey Deeds. Junior number 22, Ella Wettensoler. Senior number 2, Zoe Mort. Senior number 5, Allie Gill. And senior number 10, Maddie Gill. Good luck to both teams in tonight's game.
Once again, another great introduction set by the Marlington Dukes. We will see that 2 more times as regular season on Friday and Saturday, but it will be for the boys team. Once again, this is OHSAA girls basketball on SmeeSports. I am Nathan Smee on the call for you this evening live at Marlington High School as the Dukes, standing at 8-11, welcome in the 13-6 Tallmadge Blue Devils. Once again, your starting 5s: Bailey Peets, Zoe Mort, Allie Gill, Maddie Gill, and Ella Witten-Soldner for the Dukes. As for the Tallmadge Blue Devils, Coco Pooler, Reagan Pooler, Sophia Worthington, Sophia Croa, and Jada Kendrick, the 5 for the Tallmadge Blue Devils. The ball is up in the air and tipped. We are underway here at Marlington, and it is an immediate 2 points for Tallmadge. Worthington immediately has an open lane and takes it. That's the dream start if you're Tallmadge. I mean, points in the first 10 seconds, that is hard to come by. And now it's a turnover over Gill's head. Possession Tallmadge. In year 1, Nick Strumpel, the head coach of the Dukes, he put them on the road for their first playoff game. You might be asking why. I talked to him pregame, and he said, looking at the path going up against either Edgewood or Firelands, he likes that matchup a lot better than whatever else he could get. Keep in mind, number 21, Holy Name, they do have a home game in the same district, so he decided to go and opt for the route against Edgewood and Firelands and take a first-round bye. Another turnover from the Dukes. It's out of play. Possession Tallmadge. The Blue Devils on offense so far looking stellar. 2 points immediately. They can't get anything on their second trip, but the defense, they play their part. Still, no points allowed. Inbound to the Blue Devils, and they will take it up the floor. Pooler, the sophomore, pushing. Reagan bounce pass inside to Coco Pooler, denied by the Orange. Coco trying to swivel outside, loose ball inside the arc, and we will have our first jump ball of the contest. Advantage Tallmadge, advantage Marlington. Great defense there by the Dukes. They got the miss. They forced it. Zoe Mort then sees the ball on the ground. She did the right thing. She forced a jump ball, got free, and the possession arrow helps them out and does the rest. But instead, on their offensive possession, it's a turnover, but Peets wins it right back. A lot going on. It's inside to Gill. She can't get a hold of it, and Pooler will take it up the floor once more. It's a wide open look for Worthington. No good. Back iron denies. Rebound Bailey Peets. Peets has been a tremendous story this year. 8.8 points per game, 2.3 rebounds, and a half assists a night. She has been stellar as a freshman. No good from Witten-Soldner. The window doesn't agree, and here comes Reagan Pooler and company. Worthington near wing. She has the lone 2 points of the game so far. 6:10 on the clock in Q1. It's 2-zip Tallmadge. Kendrick, the freshman, hands it off behind. Reagan Puller has a lane, swings inside, finds Worthington. Worthington connects. Sophia Worthington now with 4 points. She has all 4 on the board tonight. 2 minutes in, it's all Tallmadge. Gill up the floor to her sister, Maddie. The Gill sisters, they have been fun to watch throughout their entire Marlington career. And tonight, along with Zoe Mort, they will play their final game at home as a Duke. Pete throws it out of play, can't connect with Mort, and yet again, Tallmadge forces a turnover. When you look at this Tallmadge side, their defense has been impeccable. No points allowed. They are making Marlington struggle offensively, but last time out, it only took a little bit of time, but the Dukes rebounded and got back in it. Beautiful pass inside. Puller can't put it away. That is Coco opposed to Reagan. Now it's a double team. Loose ball, Coco Puller fighting for it along with Worthington. And we have our second jump ball of the contest. This time the Blue Devils will take it. Excellent scrappiness by Tallmadge. You see that press immediately. It's a trap. They bring one from one side, one from the other. 9 times out of 10, you are either going to force an error or get the jump ball. And now a turnover against Tallmadge. Puller couldn't tiptoe the line. Possession Marlington. We'll see what the Dukes can do here. Their offense struggling to get going. I feel like a methodical possession would do them really good right here. And usually when they go methodical, they find Pete's. And once again, there is the trap. This time they call it a foul. It will go on Reagan Puller, I believe. And that will be not the case. They give it on Worthington. That is foul number 1 of the ball game for either side, just under 3 minutes in. Allie Gill, a far chuck to her sister. It's Maddie Gill. And now the offense will roll. Zoe Mort spins into a steal. Loose ball. Mort falls on it. Puller right there along with Kendrick. Somehow she gets it to Maddie Gill. The Dukes survive for now. And now we have our second foul of the ball game. This time it should be on Reagan Puller. But excellent job by Marlington. They're able to find Witten Solner inside. And as she does best, she draws a foul. If they can force the Blue Devils into foul trouble, they have a reasonable avenue back into this one. It's Mort to inbound for the Dukes, down 4-zip. A quick inbound. Allie Gill under the basket, outside to Maddie for 3. No good. Back iron denies. Mort hooks it up. Also no good. Rebound Bailey Peets. Double teamed under the basket. Flung out of play. Possession Tallmadge. I mean, this defense is about as perfect as can be. Every single play, they're making it. They're forcing the double team to then result in the ball being flushed outside. And that makes Marlington take uncomfortable threes. Maddie Gill isn't usually a shooter, so making sure that she's the one open opposed to one of the shooters, it's genius. But Maddie Gill, she can box out, doesn't get the rebound. It's still with Tallmadge. The 3 far side, no good. A rebound Worthington. And the Blue Devils roll again. It's top to Reagan Puller. Now Croa to the corner, Worthington. She has all 4 on the board so far. Coco Puller steps back, it's blocked. Excellent defense by the Dukes as we are halfway through the opening quarter. Still 4-0 the score. Allie Gill shifting left, almost losing it. Now she will roll. Allie has her lane, goes up a little shy, off front iron, but she picks up her own miss, slips through a double team, is fouled, and there's the and one. Marlington, welcome to the scoring party. Allie Gill just fought through right there. It was a perfect sequence for her. She had that lane. She taunted Tallmadge almost, and right away occupied the space, and pretty simply gets a 3-point play opportunity. You see it there. It's a perfect basket. I mean, nothing else you can really say about it. And now we will look at this free throw to make it a 1-point game. No good. Back iron denies. Rebound Tallmadge. And here come the Blue Devils, but no, out of play. Croa can't get behind it. Possession Marlington. The Dukes starting to find their rhythm as expected in this one. We might have a grittier battle than expected. We are used to the higher scoring affairs with these Dukes given their winning streak. But now, right now, defense is supreme. And there it is once again. Reagan Puller gets the turnover. Up to Coco Puller. Can't get it to go. An unlucky bounce off the iron. And now it should be a foul on Tallmadge, the 4th of the frame. Foul trouble might come back and bite Tallmadge. That is the second foul on Worthington, who still has all 4 points. Will that play a factor in her game time? We will see. Witten-Soldner up the floor, 2 Pete's in the near wing, 3:10 on the clock, 4-2 the score. Mort has a lane, takes it, flicks out of play, and it is smacked. Tallmadge will play defense once more. It looked like their head coach wanted it to go in their favor, just didn't get enough there. I mean, Tallmadge pretty clear on the hand. Obviously you argue for it, but still, that's the right call. Marlington ball, and now the Dukes have a chance to tie once again. Gill inside, finds a lane, takes it, and it should be a travel. Yes, it is. Marlington not happy, but I think the refs got a very slight move there. Inside, she had the 2 steps, tried slipping and taking one more. Doesn't get it. I think that's a tremendous call by the officials. That's very difficult to spot. I saw it from up here, and they got the call right. And now we will have a stoppage with 2:57 on the clock. And now they bring in the subs. A little bit of confusion on the changes here, but either way, 4-2, 2:55 on the clock. Tallmadge looking to get back on the board. Still all 4 points. They belong to Worthington. Gillian to the top. Puller. Now corner, Reagan Puller goes inside, hooks with the right, and a little bit shy, but a foul is called. Great job by Tallmadge putting the Dukes on the board in the foul department, and they will have 2 opportunities from the line. Tallmadge 13-6 on the year, 9-5 in suburban play, 8-2 at home, 5-4 on the road. The first of 2 is good from Puller. The sophomore Reagan Puller on the board. She is the first non-Worthington Blue Devil to score tonight. To make it 2 for 2, no good, back iron rejects, and Tallmadge picks up the loose basketball. They have a chance for a 3-point play here or more. Coco Puller inside, a little bit too much, and it's Addison Witten-Soldner picking up the loose basketball. Witten-Soldner, the first substitute to enter the ball game for the Dukes. 2:20 left to go in the opening frame. 5-2 the score. A 3 would tie it here. Mort to the corner. It's Pete. Slips inside. Tries to flick back out, and it's out of play off of a Blue Devil. Good defense there by Tallmadge. They see Pete's effort to try and go underneath the basket. They immediately send someone over there. They know her plan isn't to drive and try and finish. If they did their homework, which it looks like they did, they know she's a 3-point scorer. On that play, it's time to facilitate. They recognize, and they once again have a chance to reset their defense. And their defense resets nicely. Witten-Soldner double team, now triple team. Flung back outside. Mort somehow picks it up. Marlington holds on. Gill pumps in the corner. Immediately 2 bodies fly her way. Now it's Mort at the top. Less than 2 to go in the first. Tremendous spacing. Pete's wide open on the far side. Witten-Soldner takes it herself. And 2 points will be 2 points nonetheless. Ella Witten-Soldner on the board, make it 5-4. And Pete's being wide open. No one bought the bait. They still guard Witten-Soldner, but it doesn't matter. Ella able to sink it. Off the window, no good on that attempt from Agnew. And Marlington's hustle keeps it alive. That is Bailey Pete's. And there's a travel against Zoe Mort. The foot slides a little bit too much. Possession Tallmadge. Once again, for everyone tuning in, I am Nathan Smee on the call for you this evening live at Marlington High School. 5-4 the score. Sophia Worthington, the leading scorer for either side with 4 points, followed by Allie Gill and Ella Witten-Soldner, each with 2. And Reagan Puller a sole free throw, and that is all 9 points. We will see if Tallmadge can restore a 2-possession lead here. A 3 would do the trick. To the top, it's Reagan Puller. Near wing, Richardson top. And looking at this Tallmadge roster, a lot of underclassmen getting meaningful game time. That is definitely great to see for the future. This is a young Tallmadge team, and they can do wonders in the future. But right now, Marlington able to swarm and force the travel. That is on Reagan Puller. The Dukes, they start to wake up. They struggle in the early parts of the first quarter, and that has been a constant for the past couple of years. But once they wake up, look out. This Marlington side, They could take down almost anyone, and we saw that in the Holy Name playoff game last year. Holy Name strikes first, and then it's all Marlington for the remainder of the first. Pete's for three. It's in! Welcome back to the ball game, Pistol Pete's. Bailey now has 3 points as she is getting ready to roll. Tallmadge in the corner, no good. Side iron, rebound, Witten-Soldner. And possession will belong to the Dukes. It's Rosalind McCarty picking up the loose basketball. The Dukes, they tend to run this 7-man system. You have the starters, Rosalind McCarty, and then the girl with the basketball, Addison Witten-Soldner. No good on that attempt. Mort keeps it alive, and they say it's out of play. Now that one I don't know about. They say someone stepped out. I don't know about that. It's a tough call to make, but either way, that is what the decision is. And with 19.1 on the clock, it will be Tallmadge basketball. But either way, for the first time tonight, Marlington, they have a lead. Beats will check out as well. Potentially the final possession of the opening 8 minutes. Tallmadge down by 2, needs a field goal to tie, needs a 3 to take the lead. Agnew takes it inside, has a lane, no good, loose. Mort picks it up, but it will be a jump ball. 2.1 on the clock, and now it is time for Marlington's best full court play. Tallmadge playing the role here, definitely smart. They have 3 in the backcourt, 2 in the front court, and now everyone in the backcourt. No roll inside. It'll be a heave up the floor, not enough time for the shot. And either way, it would have been a miss by Zoe Mort. Marlington down 4-0 to begin, now on a 7-1 run. The Dukes lead by 2 through 1. This is OHSAA girls basketball on SmeeSports. Second quarter about to start here at Marlington High School. It is the Dukes up by 2 over Tallmadge. This is OHSAA girls basketball on SmeeSports. Once again, I am Nathan Smee on the call for you this evening. Coco Puller trying to take inside for Tallmadge. Since their opening run of 4 straight, only 1 point on the board, and it's a free throw from Reagan Puller. The Dukes doing a nice job to minimize the offensive exploits of Tallmadge. And the defense once again steps up. It is Allie Gill picking it off. She goes coast to coast and is fouled on the shot. Allie Gill, for the second time, will draw contact and the foul. She has a chance for 2 points here. Allie so far on the campaign, averaging 9.8 points per game, 3.3 rebounds, and 2.9 assists. The first of 2 is good from the line. Allie now has a total of 3 points. This to make it 4. And it bounces in. Allie Gill almost halfway to her season average. It is 9-5 Marlington. And once again, the team with the lower record in the Dukes potentially playing spoiler tonight. Loose in the paint, and once again a jump ball. Marlington will keep it. A tremendous recovery by the Dukes. They started off a little bit rough on offense and defensively, but they have recovered very nice. And Bailey Peets is a big reason why. She had that 3 moments ago and goes again. Can't get that one to go. But she has been a spark plug player for this team, even though she's a starter. She might not score the first couple of points, but once she has her opportunity, she makes something happen. That foul is on Zoe Mort, her first, team first of the frame. and 1 minute into the second quarter. Both sides have a foul. Puller drives inside, kicks to the corner. It's a three. No good. Bounces a little bit wide. That was from Crow, the sophomore, and Mort will take it up the floor for the Dukes. Marlington up by 4 early on in this one, and that will be the second foul of the frame against Tallmadge. Another reach-in. Marlington, they have caught on to Tallmadge's tendencies. They try and drive inside. They try and force their lane, and that is working perfectly for them. The more foul trouble Tallmadge gets in, the worse the situation gets, and that is what we saw a lot in that opening frame. Almost another foul there, but that was just some good defense by Reagan Puller. And now a double dribble called on Allie Gill. A lot of turnovers on both sides tonight, but once again, as I said in the intro, February is a time for fine-tuning. This is where you play your best, you get everything organized, and once you hit the playoffs, you have to have your best foot forward all 32 minutes of regulation, plus overtime if you get it. Outside, it's Kendrick trying to go inside. It's off of Marlington's shoe. It will stay with the Blue Devils. The Marlington fans have been very animated tonight, and that looks to continue. 6:22 on the clock in the first half. 9-5 Marlington, your score. Kendrick to inbound, goes outside, has Puller for three. It's in! Reagan Puller from the near wing makes it a 1-point game. And there it is. All it takes is one shot, and Tallmadge is waking up. That is Agnew hitting it out of play. That will make the Dukes reset. An excellent three by Reagan Puller. Tallmadge, they needed something. They needed to see a shot fall, and 9 times out of 10, when one falls, so did the rest. And that should be a travel. It is. Zoe Mort got rung up a little bit too close to the Blue Devils, and now Tallmadge, a basket gives them the lead. A tremendous recovery by the Blue Devils on the road. Once again, one more game for them this season as they host Uniontown Lake this Wednesday. Good cut inside, no good from Coco Puller. Rebound Zoe Mort, it's up the floor. Here comes Marlington. Maddie Gill will bounce to Zoe Mort in the wing, kept in play just in front of Tallmadge's bench. And now the Dukes, as they do so well, work outside the arc. It's a corner three for Mort, in and out, no good. Unlucky, but Bailey Peets cleans it up. Bailey Peets now with 5 points, and it's an immediate turnover by Tallmadge. Mort goes inside and draws the blocking foul. 2 great plays in a row by the Marlington Dukes. First off, that basket from Bailey, right place, right time, that helps. But the second one, when you watch this play back, they win back possession after this, and immediately they draw a foul. They do everything right, as you see there. They get the ball back, they draw inside, and they make something happen. It won't be on the shot, so no free throws, but that will be number 3 on Tallmadge this frame. Whitten Solder takes the high point outside the arc. Marlington will roll on the offensive once more. Maddie Gill hands it off behind Zoe Mort, spinning right. An excellent move in the lane. Will swing to the corner for Maddie Gill. A little too much zip on it, and it is taken in by Tallmadge. Sophia Croa the board. And now here come the Blue Devils. A 3 ties it at 11. Reagan Puller to the corner. It's Worthington pumping. Takes the mid-range. Off the window. No good. Loose. Taken in now by Croa. And Croa finishes. The sophomore is now on the board with 2. 11-10 the score. And as I said at the end of the first quarter, this one has a defensive battle written all over it right now. Marlington averaging 41.6 points per game. Tallmadge 47.8. Both sides averaging under 50. Expect this one to be 2 scores under 50. It's out of play. Almost off of a Duke, but it just grazes a Blue Devil in the end. Substitution for Marlington. Zoe Mort will check out of the ball game as the Dukes will enter Rosalind McCarty. 4:28 on the clock in the first half. 11-10 Marlington the score. Peach trying to get open. She will take the inbound. Almost loses it, but keeps her composure. Now Maddie Gill will roll. The Dukes, they like to work outside and eventually find their lane inside. That has been the constant tonight, and we will see if that is the case here. It appears so. Maddie Gill in the lane takes it for 2. Maddie Gill now on the board, make it 13-10. And just as I said, Marlington, they work outside. They bring the defenders with them. Once the lane opens up, say sayonara. Marlington, they take it inside and once again cash in for 2. Kendrick in the paint will bounce. Miscommunication with Agnew. It's out of play. Possession Marlington. Stay tuned at the half as we should be bringing up Cam Evanich for a halftime interview as we will talk about the Backyard Brawl on Friday. Marlington and Alliance here, 6:45 p.m. tip. Catch the action live here on SmeeSports. Rosalind McCarty to the wing. It's Bailey Peets. Goes high inside for Witten Solner, but it is hit out of play. Kendrick, the last to touch it. Tallmadge, another good play. They recognize the move inside. They learned from that last basket scored by Maddie Gill. They protect inside, and immediately they double-team Witten-Solner. But as it was the last time Marlington tried that play, Ella Witten-Solner just too much to overcome. Now 15-10, Reagan Puller in the lane. Can't respond. It goes in and out. Rebound McCarty. The Dukes playing some of their best basketball right here. Maddie Gill in the corner, thought about it, instead dishes to her sister Allie. It's Gill, goes on the ground. It's a Gill special here. And now a travel is called on Allie Gill. Possession will go to Tallmadge. Once again, another turnover in this one. We have seen plenty throughout the contest so far. I am sure that will be a point of emphasis at halftime. 3:07 still on the clock. Tallmadge trailing by 2 possessions. And it'll be interesting to see what the Blue Devils do here. Worthington, their leading scorer with 4 points. We haven't seen her too much in this this frame. Will we see a little bit more of her, or will Reagan Puller have another chance? It appears Puller will take her opportunity and make it. Well, that answers our question. Reagan Puller now with 6 points. We are back to a 1-possession ball game. An excellent move by Reagan. Saw the lane, took it, floats it in, and puts her hand in the cookie jar for 2. Allie Gill. Spinning right, needs an outlet, finds it in the key as Mort takes it off of her. And a blocking foul is the call before the shot. Tallmadge wants a travel. They have a case for it, and they will instead give the initial call its closure. But the Tallmadge fans definitely do have a case for a travel there. Mort, a very similar play a little while ago. It's the same exact tie-up. This time, something was slightly different, and that is why they didn't call it. Mort inbounds, finds Witten-Solner, an immediate double team. It's a jump ball. Tallmadge will take back the basketball. Great execution by Tallmadge. They know the possession arrow favors them. You double team Witten-Solner, you get a hand on the basketball, and let your players do the rest. She has no outlet behind. She has nowhere to go with the basketball. She has to try and rip away. Not enough time to tie it. It's a 3. It's there! And now will they say it is a 3? Yes, they do. It is for Coco Puller, the junior. She now has 3. We are tied at 15. We had to make sure they did give it a 3. The foot was very close to the line, but not on it. Witten-Solner from far out, no good. Rebound, Coco Puller. Both Coco and Reagan Puller have been tremendous tonight. It goes outside to Worthington in the near wing. Now Coco Puller takes it with less than 2 to go in the first half. A good one on hand tonight, 15-all. It's Sophia Worthington to the corner, Croa. Now top to Kendrick. Tallmadge slowing things down, working outside the arc. Now the question is, do they take another 3, or do they design a play that gets inside and gets down low? They have some space here. Instead, Kendrick tries to swing outside. Can't pick up Worthington. It's out of play. Kendrick had a pretty good look there. Almost surprised she didn't just take another step back and launch. But either way, she tries the outlet back outside in the wing. Can't connect. Possession Marlington, and the Dukes have a chance for the lead once more. And I would assume they go inside once again. That 3-point game, it's been okay tonight. It hasn't been lights out as it usually is, so work inside and talk about it at the half. Instead, they go to Gill for 3. Also, once again, it rolls out. Rebound Tallmadge. And as I said, that's one of those you want to work inside. You make something happen down low. You take the lead. You use that as confidence, and you work from there. Richardson sub will swing. Sophia Worthington. Agnew, a heavy pass, but a foul called before it. It will go against the Dukes, their second of the frame. And something to note, if Tallmadge does commit another foul before the end of the half, they will send Marlington to the line. The Blue Devils definitely need to be cautious in the final minute of the first half. Far side, Crowa for three. Hangs up, two bounces, no good. It's taken it inside, and it's an and one. Tramia Agnew banks it in. That first shot hung up for a good moment there, but in the end, Agnew cleans it up. It's a big basket, and Tallmadge retakes the lead. You see it inside. They pick up the loose ball, banked in. And the and one follows suit. So now make it 18-15. Agnew, all 3 points that she has come on that play, but they are a massive 3 points. Wittensolder immediately double team. It's a trapping defense. It leaves Peets wide open, and she converts! You can never lose sight of Bailey Peets. She now has 8. Here comes Tallmadge working quick. The mid-range, no good. It hangs for a good second once again, but out of play. And possession will go to Marlington. Agnew had a clutch and one. Peets responds. The defense holds up their end of the bargain. And any field goal or really any points from Marlington, they take the lead. And now it's out of play against Tallmadge. That whistle could have spelled disaster for the Blue Devils. Once again, as I mentioned a little bit ago, they have 4 fouls against. They have no more to give in this first half. Marlington, they could hold for the final shot. Mort trips up loose ball inside Marlington's paint, and it's a jump ball. It will stay with Marlington. 6.3 now on the clock. This could be a design, and if it is, by all means, find number 1. If Bailey Peets gets open, give her the rock and let her do her thing. It's Allie Gill. Goes inside herself, gets tripped up, tries to draw the foul. It's Mort, and with 1.6, she draws the foul. The game plan works perfectly. The goal was to draw the contact, and Zoe Mort does just that. 2 big free throws upcoming for Zoe Mort. Make one, Marlington will lead at the half. And the first one rolls in. Zoe Mort, her first point of the ball game. It doesn't matter. It is a big one. And the second is also there. Mort now with 2. And we will see if Tallmadge tries anything at the half. A long-range triple, no good. I think it hits the roof of the building. At the half, Marlington, they trailed 4-0 out of the gate. But right now they lead 20-18 over the Tallmadge Blue Devils. Still upcoming this week on SmeeSports, a last-second edition. Tomorrow night we will be at Alliance High School as the Aviators welcome in New Philly. 7 p.m. tip over at Harry Fales Gymnasium. On Thursday, it is our game of the week, the biggest game of our schedule from here on out. It is Garfield Heights and Warrensville Heights, 7:30 tip, 7 p.m. ceremony. It is, I believe, a Hall of Fame induction night at Garfield Heights, so we will see how that one goes. We had a lot of viewership for the first brother versus brother battle, so hopefully we will get another big crowd for that one. On Friday, another rivalry game. It is it's Marlington and Alliance. That one's Friday, 6:45. And on Saturday, the big one, once again, our final game out here on SmeeSports until the playoffs. It is Marlington and Canton South. That one should be another fun contest. 6:45 p.m. tip-off here at Marlington High School. And then next week, no scheduled games of my knowledge right now, but I think that will change. We might have a game on the 11th, but stay tuned on social media for that. Follow me on Instagram at at SmeeSports on Instagram, SmeeFest2024 on Twitter, and subscribe to the SmeeSports YouTube channel and enable push notifications to be notified when I upload or go live. Trying to hit 1,000 subscribers by the end of May. So if you are new, go down below and subscribe. It costs nothing, and it greatly helps out our efforts here at SmeeSports. We will step aside. 8:30 left to go in halftime. Marlington 20, Tallmadge 18, your score. As promised here during halftime, we are joined by Cameron Evanich of the Marlington boys basketball team. Cam, a big one on Friday. It's a redemption rivalry game in your house against Alliance. What are your thoughts heading in?
We're excited to have the opportunity to get back at them. You know, we didn't play our best game there, and we think we've been playing really well recently, and we have a great shot to go win a game.
And you guys have been really improving as of late. The win over Tusky Valley. This has been an extremely good team effort throughout this year. There's no one star. Everyone contributes. Do you feel that gives you guys an edge against a team like Alliance?
I think it always does, no matter who you're playing, just because you never know who could have a good night. Like Friday, me and Parker had a great night. Saturday, Sam had a great night. And, you know, Dylan has great nights all the time, too. So it's just, it really opens up the court for all of us to have opportunities. Brady has had good games. We've had some great bench play when Dylan's Sam were hurt, you know, early in the year over Christmas, and that really helped our bench become even a bigger part of our team than it has been.
And obviously you playing for your dad, it's something special. You've had your siblings go through here. You've seen how Chelsea was able to be a leader for the girls basketball team. How has that served as a motivator for you throughout your year and a half so far at Marlington?
I mean, it's great motivation to always, you know, to see what they have done and try to always push past it, you know. Next one up, try to, you know, reach a little farther than they did, and that's always, you know, my goal is just do a little better than one before me, just to set the stage a little higher for everyone, for my family.
And outside of the Alliance games, still some big games coming up. The playoff draw next Sunday. Have you done any real research on the playoff draw? And if so, is there a team that you're liking that you guys could face?
I haven't really looked too far at it. You know, I look at the you know, what seed we are and where we're at, but I don't really pay too close attention. It changes so often, and there's so many more games left to be played to decide that. But I like where we're sitting now. I think with some, you know, if we can get a win Friday and we keep playing well, that we have a good chance to make a little run.
And going up against Alliance again, obviously, as we mentioned at the beginning of this interview, they took you guys down in their building the first time. They had that pep band. Was that really a big factor in that game? And if so, do you guys have something special planned to give you guys the six-man advantage here?
I mean, I think our student section always shows up versus Alliance, especially now they'll be on the court. You know, Alliance are up top, so it'll be a I think a better atmosphere for both teams. It's a small gym, so it's going to be louder either way, here. But I think we just play better at home. I think, we play better here. We shoot better. We know our court so much better. That's a big court over there who makes some things easier, some things harder. So it's just something that I think we have a little more advantage playing at home just because of our court and it's ours.
And then finally, as the teams are coming out of the locker room, do you have a message for the fans heading into that game? Obviously, you want them here, but why should they come on Friday night?
I mean, if you look back at the last couple of years, there's always been great games here. They're always competitive. They're always down to the wire, and it's a rivalry. And why wouldn't you want to come support your school?
It'll be a fun one on Friday night. If you can't make it, tune in live here on SmeeSports. We'll have full coverage of that game. Cam, thank you for your time. Best of luck on Friday. Obviously a big one. Hoping to see a great battle between you guys and the Aviators.
Thank you.
Thank you guys for joining us still at halftime as we talk to Cam Evanich. See him and Marlington on Friday and Saturday evening here on SmeeSports. Both games should be fun. Still 3 minutes left to go in halftime. Teams are back out for warm-ups. We will step aside and rejoin the action in a minute. Halftime at Marlington. It is the Dukes up 20-18 over the Tallmadge Blue Devils. If you are just joining us, I am Nathan Smee on the call for you this evening. Once again, thank you to Cameron Evernich of the Marlington boys basketball team for talking to us about the game on Friday and just the season in general. Cam has had an excellent story. His family has had an excellent legacy here at Marlington. For those of you who don't know, he, Connor, and Chelsea are Marlington royalty, if you will. Even their dad, Nick Evanich, the head coach of the boys basketball team, he's been here for over 2 decades and is nearing 250 career wins as the Marlington head coach. That would be an impressive number to hit. He has had a storied career, and as I mentioned a lot, to be the head coach of one program for that long, especially in Stark County, that is impressive. But we will focus on them come Friday and Saturday evening. Going back to this one, Marlington, they trailed out of the gate. It was a 4-0 run for Tallmadge, solely ran by Sophia Worthington. But since then, Marlington, they had the upper hand. Tallmadge, they begin the new half with the basketball, and we are underway here at Marlington High School. A 2-point deficit for Tallmadge to overcome. The Blue Devils, they have had plenty of good moments in this game, but plenty of struggles. They look to open up with a good play here, and they will draw a foul. Fouling was a big part of that first half. The reason why they trail right now is the foul on Zoe Moore. Yes, it was a shooting foul, but either way, that sent Marlington into the bonus. Without that foul, this could be an 18-all ball game, but instead it's 20-18, Marlington hanging on by 2. But a basket here by Tallmadge, and all of a sudden, the Blue Devils lead. Top, it's Puller slipping inside, and she is fouled by Mort. Less than 30 seconds into the new half, it is 2 fouls against Marlington. Tallmadge flipping the script. They work methodically, and 25 seconds in, it is 2 fouls on the home team. But Tallmadge, more importantly, they want points, and they get it there. Reagan Puller on the inbound, a perfect cut to the basket. We are tied at 20. Marlington, they will push up the floor. It's Bailey Peets, the leading scorer with 8 points. Out of play, it will last touch number 20, Sophia Worthington. The Dukes immediately getting into some heavy pressure from Tallmadge, very similar to what we saw at the beginning of the ballgame. Will that pressure continue? Maybe not, but Tallmadge, they know Marlington. They want to work inside. Their goals right now, force the Dukes outside, and by all means, keep the ball out of Bailey Peets' hands. Maddie Gill takes advantage of it, takes her own shot and makes it. Bailey Peets covered like a blanket. Maddie Gill says, I'll take it from here. And the senior shows her leadership. Marlington on top by 3. And now it's a 3 to match. A little bit shy, no good from Croa. Rebound McCarty. Marlington getting back to their best. It's Maddie Gill inside to Witten-Soldner. Almost there. It rolls off the rim. Just not the lucky bounce Marlington needed. A tough break for Witten-Soldner and company. It was perfect. Everything was there on the play. They just couldn't get the execution. It's Worthington. Almost there on the 3. It bounces just out. And now Tallmadge will roll again after getting the offensive board. A tough pill to swallow there. But here comes Puller. And it's a charge against Reagan Puller. A big call there. Gives possession to Marlington. A big decision by the officiating crew. One they got right. Marlington up by 3. Any sort of points gives them a 2-possession lead. And that is big, especially at this point in the game. The task, hold down the fort. You don't need to do anything too crazy right now. Bacardi. Rosalind Sopp looking for an outlet inside. Will swing near wing. It's Maddie Gill. Marlington taking their time, very similar to what Salem did when they had the lead a few weeks ago here. But instead it's out of play. Peach tried going low post to Witten-Soldner. Couldn't connect. Possession Tallmadge. And credit to the Blue Devils. They have hung in this ballgame. Yes, they were favored heading in, but this Marlington environment, it is tough to play in, especially coming from the Suburban League with a lot of bigger gyms. These close, intimate environments, it's very tough to win in. But right there, they flip the script and get a good basket. It's Coco Puller driving inside. Back to a 1-point game. Rosalind McCarty trying to draw people near her. Can't do it. It's over Peets' head. It is Tallmadge's basketball. The Blue Devils, they saw exactly what McCarty was doing. Trying to get inside. One player thought about coming. She baited it, and it was perfectly executed. Coco Puller inside, denied by the elbow of the iron. Rebound Witten-Soldner, and here come the Dukes. Another great stop by Marlington. Allie Gill slipping through everyone and takes the 2. What a drive and basket by Allie Gill. Absolutely perfect execution on the drive. I mean, how many Blue Devils did she get past? She got past the whole team, made her play, and now the defense gets to work. And now what will we see? It's out of play. Possession Marlington. Coach Whitmer not happy. I think he wanted an offensive foul. He saw a little bit, or excuse me, a defensive foul. He saw a little bit too much on that reach in. Doesn't get the call. Marlington holds the basketball up by 3. A big decision there. The Dukes will take their time once again. And all eyes still remain on Bailey Peets, the leading scorer with 8. But Allie Gill, another great game. She has 5, and she has the basketball. And that should be a jump ball, and it is. It will stay with Marlington. I think Gill saw a wide open Bailey Peets. She tried making that step. Tallmadge knew no one was back there. They draw the jump ball. Perfectly played. If that is exactly what they did, that is a high IQ play. To know where everyone is on the floor and make a stop like that, that is massive for the playoffs. McCarty in the key will swing outside. It's Allie Gill. Has a lane. Floats left, and it's money. Allie Gill on a heater, now has 8. And 2 big baskets in a row for Allie Gill. Worthington wide open, no good, side iron, rebound Witten Soldner. The Dukes, they get their stop. Now the offense, can they continue? They're up by 5, their biggest lead of the game. It's Maddie Gill, air balls, but it's to Pete, a little shy, still loose inside the arc, and Tallmadge will scoop it up. A great response by the Blue Devils defense, and here comes their offense. Outside, it's Crowa, wide open, and she sinks it. Sophia Crowa, the sophomore, now has 5. Timeout called. A huge basket for Tallmadge makes it a 2-point game, and we will step aside. Marlington hanging on, but Tallmadge right here with the Dukes. .327 left to go in the third quarter. It is 27-25. Marlington on top over Tallmadge. I am Nathan Smee on the call for you this evening if you are just tuning in. So far, Marlington holding on to a 2-point lead. They have been good all evening, but right now it is becoming crunch time, and it is paramount that the offense continues to be potent. Maddie Gill having an impressive evening, plays it back outside. It's more in the lane. No good, a little bit shy. Odie can't pick up the loose ball. Piece of defense, it's out of play, off of Bailey. Possession Tallmadge. And immediately, once the offensive possession is over, Marlington is able to flick on their defensive mindset. They make that play. That's a big one for them. They need to be able to keep up the pressure no matter what is going on in the game. And it's a blocking foul, and one, but no, they wave it off. Now that one, I am sure, was a shot. I don't know about that one. The shooting motion appeared to be started. They called a foul and waved the shot. That is tough. That would have tied it and would have given Tallmadge a chance to take the lead. A tough break for the Blue Devils. They saw the basket, but now they go for the 3. No good, side iron. Crowa gets it on the swivel pass, and Crowa finishes the job. Agnew able to pick up Crowa's miss, and Crowa able to complete the play. 27-all. It's back to where it was, and Coach Strompel calls the timeout. He has settled in nicely to his head coaching role. That would not have been a timeout executed at the beginning of the season. This now being game number 20 of his coaching career at Marlington. He is getting the hang of the timeout amid the trap. That is a big skill for coaches, especially the longer you are into your tenure. So that is massive that he knows when to use it and how to use it. But something changed. We go back to the beginning of the month. Losses against Carrollton and West Branch. Marlington 3-10. Not looking good for the playoffs. They're 8-11. Their win streak, impressive. They won 5 in a row. Made themselves 8-10. They lose to a talented New Philly team in overtime. If they could play like this come the playoffs, Marlington will once again be a tough out as expected. Witten Soldner takes the inbound, and we are back underway. Marlington will work outside the arc as they usually do, looking for their outlet in. It's Allie Gill, has some space, flings top to Moore. She catches and releases. No good. Rebound Worthington. Tallmadge, it's tied. Can they take the lead? It's Crowa. No good. Front iron denies. Loose in the key. Tallmadge has it. Jump ball called. The Blue Devils keep it. A reactionary play in the paint / the key. But Tallmadge, they hold on to the basketball. Yes, it is a jump ball, but they rather have the basketball than lose possession. And it is a delay of game warning against Marlington. I think they're calling it on Mort. It won't be a foul, but it looked like she was closing down the space a little bit too early. As a catch and release three, it's there! Naomi Richardson, the freshman from outside the arc, her first three. Tallmadge leads by 3. Their first lead in a little while. Here come the Dukes. It's Pete in the corner. Makes her way inside, puts up the mid-range, denied by the iron. Croa grabs it, and here comes Tallmadge. It's Worthington up the floor for the Blue Devils. Slips inside, 90 seconds on the clock. Beautiful cut down low, no good from Kendrick. And it's outside. Witten-Soldner finds Allie Gill, and here come the Dukes. An excellent job defensively by Marlington. It's Maddie Gill wide open. No good. It skims the iron. Worthington up the floor. Kendrick gets a foot race. She can't keep it alive. Possession Marlington. A good idea on the full court pass. Just couldn't complete it. And now the Dukes will take back the basketball. Still the same task in mind. Get a 3 and tie the game. Witten-Soldner. It's Mort. She's known for spark plug threes. Look back to that Salem game. She ended the third with a massive 3 of her own. Gill at the top, 1 minute to go in the third. Witten-Soldner amid a double team, slips inside, can't take the 2. Rebound Croa. Another big stack by Tallmadge, and here they come offensively. It is Worthington. No shot. It's a blocking foul called. Coach Strompel and the Marlington faithful, they want an elbow. And Mort is down. Unfortunate for Marlington. They wanted the offensive foul, and Mort being on the ground still, it looks like they have a case for it. She appears to be okay. She walks it off. Both sides of Tallmadge and Marlington clap her off the court as Rosalind McCarty will come back in. You have to give credit to a player like Rosalind McCarty, a sophomore doing double duty. She plays a good amount of the JV game and also comes off the bench a good amount for varsity. She is playing a big role tonight. That 3 airballed. McCarty boxes out, gets a hand on it, and now we have a conversation. It is a disagreement between the officials. Who will take the basketball? Both sides arguing, and it goes to Marlington. Rosalind McCarty draws the contact, and it is off of Tallmadge. There it is, a big play by Rosalind McCarty off the bench. That is why Coach Strompel trusts her. Once this senior class graduates, as a junior, Rosalind McCarty, she could become one of the faces of Marlington women's sports. Technically, are we calling that a shot? Maybe. Either way, McCarty picks it up. Swings inside, Witten-Soldner hooks it. No good. Picks up her own miss, puts it up in traffic, and is fouled. She will take it to the line for 2 with 19.1 on the clock in Q3. 2 big shots for Ella Witten-Soldner upcoming. So far tonight, 4 points for Ella. Make it 5. Witten-Soldner sinks the first of 2. For Marlington, they're at CCC and at Howland to close out the regular season before going on the road to Edgewood or Firelands in round 2 of the OHSAA tournament. Witten-Soldner makes both. It's a 1-point game. 15 seconds on the clock in Q3. Here come the Blue Devils. Inside, Gillian, it's loose, scooped up by Richardson, and she is able to pick out Worthington. 5 seconds on the clock. Croa inside, it's tipped. It has to be a full court chuck out the horn, and it won't be there. Gill gets it off too late, and that will close out the third. Tallmadge holding on to a good one. It's 30-29, the Blue Devils on top. A big final 8 minutes of play. Marlington, their seniors playing their final home game of their high school careers. They are leaving it all out on the floor tonight. Maddie Gill, especially a big game for her. She has 5 when she usually has 2 on average. This is OHSAA girls basketball on SmeeSports. Peets picks up the loose basketball. It's Maddie Gill inside, and she steps out of play. Possession, Tallmadge. For those just joining us, as I saw a little bit of an uptick in viewership, the beginning of the game, a lot of turnovers. Tallmadge led 4-0, I believe, halfway through the first. Then both offenses started clicking, but this game, it has been primarily defense. The mid-range on point and true for Coco Puller. Puller now has 7, tying the efforts of Croa. A lot of good players on this Tallmadge team tonight. Zoe Mort out of the lineup right now for the Dukes. It will be Rosalind McCarty occupying her spot for the time being. Mort walking back in. She gives a nod. She appears to be good to go. It's Gill top. Wittensolner slips inside, and she is taken down from below. In the words of Mr. Miyagi, Tallmadge sweeps the leg. And that will send Ella to the baseline. There was a chance they were going to call it on the shot. Obviously not enough to see the shot, so definitely the right decision. Inside Wittensolder, and that time it's on the shot. Once again, in the first minute of the quarter, Tallmadge 2 fouls. Same exact story as it was in the third quarter. Instead of 25 seconds, it's 1 minute, but either way, this foul trouble could really hurt the Blue Devils down the stretch. This is still anyone's ball game, and these are 2 massive, massive free throws for Ella Wittensolder. The first of 2 slides in. 4 points from the field, 3 from the line. Give Ella Wittensolder 7. She will become one of the premier leaders of this side next year as a senior. The second of 2 also good. 4 from the field, 4 from the line. Ella Wittensolder on point in both facets of her offense. 32-31 the score, an immediate double team, Peets and Gill. Tallmadge breaks out a high pass, kept in play by Worthington. Into the corner, Newell, it's tipped by McCarty, kept alive, and flowing right back to Rosalind McCarty. It's a breakaway, Rosalind banks it in! Rosalind McCarty gives the Dukes their lead. What a job by Rosalind, a spark plug off the bench, and there's a foul, I believe, on Rosalind McCarty, but either way, 2 points in the ball game, but they are a massive 2. Zoe Mort goes down. Rosalind McCarty's number is called, and she picks up the phone and answers in a massive way. A spark plug, if the definition of spark plug needed a person to put behind it. It's Richardson. She has 3. Now Coco Puller shifting on Peets. Far side Richardson to the corner. Newell. Tallmadge spacing outside the arc, looking for an avenue in. It's tipped. Allie Gill gets a piece, still with Tallmadge. A good recovery by the freshman Richardson. High point inside, smacked out of play by McCarty. We have seen Rosalind McCarty all season. She comes in, she does her thing, she goes to the bench. This is the best Rosalind McCarty has played all year, and it's when it matters most. Marlington, they have a confident 7-man rotation going into the playoffs. Not many teams can say that. Inside, Puller to Croa. Croa can't get it to go. Rebound, Allie Gill. Here comes Marlington. Less than 6 to go. They lead by 1. An excellent recovery on all cylinders by the Dukes. And here comes their offense. Wittensolder, low post, outside Rosalind McCarty, and it flips off of Allie Gill's fingers. Tallmadge gets their turnover, and here comes Sophia Worthington and the Blue Devils. Top, it is Richardson. Far wing, Worthington. Coco Puller slips inside and is fouled before the shot. Both sides definitely having something to say about the play, but with 5:23, possession will remain with Tallmadge. A field goal of any kind gives them the lead. Inbound for Worthington, needs an outlet, finds it top of the arc, it's Richardson. Goes to the corner for Puller. No good. Side iron denies. Rebound, Allie Gill. Witten-Soldner gets it on a big chuck, and it's tipped out of play by Coco Puller. Excellent hustle by Coco. She had only Witten-Soldner to beat, and she won the foot race. Good court vision by Allie Gill. That was the right pass, but Coco Puller did just enough. She knows what is at stake here. She wants to win, and that was a big play. Peets for three, airballed, and Croa picks it up. Now can Tallmadge make something happen here? 5 minutes on the clock to work with. It's Richardson, far side, Worthington. She has the opening 4 points of the game. Nothing more, nothing less. And now a 3-second violation on Tallmadge. Another turnover. This time it favors Marlington. And a big substitution. Zoe Mort back in the ballgame. Rosa McCarty comes out, but she did her part and then some for Marlington. What a performance by Rosa McCarty. Right now, she is the point of difference. Mort inside the key. Witten-Soldner Peets the mid-range. No good. Gill tips it out. It should be Tallmadge basketball, and it is. Miscommunication between Maddie Gill and Bailey Peets down low. Both attempted to grab the basketball. Gill waved her off and just couldn't get enough grip. A big play favoring Tallmadge, and now their offense, they need points. Puller outside. It's Richardson for three. It's in! Naomi Richardson, a massive triple. Tallmadge back on top by 2. A spark plug triple, a massive 3. And now Tallmadge leads by 2. What a performance by the Blue Devils, getting back into this one. Down low, it's Witten-Soldner bodying in, no good. Loose ball, Agnew picks it up, and a foul is called. Tallmadge picks it up. They lead by 2, and it's a big 2 points. That 3, a massive 3. Right now, that is the new point of difference. Every single play now could be the new point of difference. It's Reagan Puller taking it up the floor for Tallmadge in the near wing. Less than 4 to go in the 4th. And a timeout is called to avoid the violation. A heads-up call by Tony Whitmer on the touchline. Still 4 more games, if I can count correctly, this week on SmeeSports, and right now it appears that I can. Tomorrow night, an impromptu game. It was scheduled. It is my bad. I thought it was a channel game. I said it on Saturday that it was a Channel 1022 game. I apologize. It will be on my channel, SmeeSports. Once again, tomorrow, 7 p.m., Alliance takes on New Philly. On Thursday, our game of the week, it's Garfield and Warrensville Heights at Garfield Heights, 7:30 tip. This one could decide the LEL champion. Keep in mind, Garfield, they lost to Lorraine. So this game is the battle for sole possession of first place in the conference. And then on Friday, Marlington Alliance here, 6:45 tip. And on Saturday, Marlington welcomes in Canton South, as that should close out our regular season coverage here in Stark County. Maybe one more game added in, and that would be on the 11th. But we will wait and see what happens with another game that we could have lined up. Back underway in this one. Loose ball. It's off of Allie Gill. Marlington picks it up. Coughs it up out of play, but it was stripped from behind. A great hustle play by Tallmadge. Both sides, you have to give them equal credit. Their hustle has been superb tonight. They're both running up the floor, making hustle plays, making hustle efforts. This is what you want to see in a close game like this. Allie Gill slips inside. Almost an and one. Doesn't get the lucky bounce off the window. But either way, 2 opportunities for Marlington to tie. All eyes on Allie Gill in her final game at Marlington's gymnasium. She makes the first. I mentioned it a little while ago. This one means more to the seniors. This is their last ever home game, barring something crazy in the playoffs, which I don't even know if it's possible right now. But this is it. Their last home game. Leave it all out on the court one final time here at Marlington High School. A 1-point game. 1 point, 1 free throw the difference right now. Puller outside, finds Reagan Puller in the lane, untouched and in. Reagan Puller off the window. The glass agrees. It's a 3-point lead for Tallmadge. 3:15 on the clock in regulation. Could we see another overtime game for Marlington? It's Mort top. Takes her lane inside. Hooks it in. Not there. Picks up her own miss. Great execution by Mort getting it back. It's a second life and a second chance for Marlington. Redemption on the cards tonight, but can they get it? It's Allie Gill top, less than 3 to go now. Witten-Solner just inside the arc, goes top, Allie Gill. Maddie Gill with 5 points will find her sister once more. The Gills play catch. Allie going right, and guess what? Finds her sister Maddie. Now they go inside, it's Mort trying to hook. Goes again and is fouled. I believe they are going to say that Tallmadge blocked that initial effort. If not, that is, I think, a double dribble or a travel. It would be a travel, unless you dribbled it, and then it'd be both technically. But either way, they say it's tipped. 2 big free throws. You can't tie it here, but you can get pretty darn close. And that helps. First of 2 is good from Zoe Mort. She now has 3. All 3 of her points have come from the line tonight. But what a contest. Anytime we come here, we strike gold. And Mort makes it a 1-point game. A lot closer than most expected. We have another great game on hand. Pretty much every single girls game that we have done this year has been a classic. Let's see how this one turns out. It's Coco Puller, far corner, Worthington, top, Richardson. 2:10 on the clock, 37-36 the score in favor of Tallmadge. Agnewell, near wing, has Witten-Solner a little bit away from her. Now 2 minutes to go. Agnewell makes her move inside, has a lane, and it bounces in. Tramia Agnewell now with 5, a massive bank for Agnewell. 3-point game, 1:45 on the clock. Can Marlington get a heroic performance here? It's Peace to tie it. No good. Side iron. It's out of play. Worthington boxes out. Clock stops. 1:39 left to go. Possession Tallmadge. The Blue Devils breathe a sigh of relief. If Pete's would have hit that one, forget the roof. The whole school's top comes off. Everything comes off for that one. It's Worthington spinning on Gill. Outside, Puller. Marlington, still one more foul to give. Reagan Puller into the corner. Now top, Agnewell, 1:15. Could we see a foul here? Peets goes to the ground. Reagan Puller has a lane, goes up, and is fouled. A big foul there. Marlington, no more to give. But more importantly for the scenario right now, that will send Tallmadge to the line. 2 massive free throws for Reagan Puller. The first of 2, there. With that one, Tallmadge not only reaches 40, but they have a 2-possession lead. And a good decision here, a full timeout call by Coach Strumpel to talk things over. 40-36 the score. What a game and what a night. It's the final home game for Marlington girls basketball in the 24-25 season, and it is a good one. 1:11 on the clock in regulation, and we will step aside. .111 on the clock in regulation. 40-36 the score. Another big free throw here for the Blue Devils. It's Puller. No good. Rebound, Wittensolner. It will remain a 4-point ball game, and that is where we will catch up with the Marlington offense. 1 minute left to go in the 32. Final 1 minute of Marlington's home season. Gill flips it outside. She needs to avoid that jump ball. If it's a jump ball, possession favors Tallmadge. Pete's double teamed outside. Maddie Gill to Zoe Mort at the top. 45 seconds left to go. Maddie Gill goes low. Wittensolner outside. Zoe Mort. Marlington, they don't have all the time. They need to make a play. It's Maddie Gill, and she connects! Maddie Gill from downtown makes it a 1-point game. Timeout called. Maddie Gill averaging 1.9 points per game. It doesn't matter tonight. The cards, they're dealt. She takes 8 points, quadruples her season average. Once again, it just means more tonight. The seniors' final home game on this floor in their high school career. Maddie Gill making every play count. What a massive three for Marlington. Now, a foul here. You foul quick. All of a sudden, the most that Tallmadge could lead by is 3. Then we could see redemption for Bailey Peets. Heck, we could see overtime right now. Another crazy game here at Marlington. If that 3 didn't go in, it would have been wraps. But Maddie Gill says, not so fast. I am not going out like this. Tallmadge to inbound. Marlington looking to cause a turnover. They get the ball in. Mort tips it. Who does it last touch? And it goes to Tallmadge. Maybe a second off the clock. We now sit at 34.3. And a full timeout called by Tallmadge now. 34 seconds left to go. And we have a ball game. 40-39 the score. Just walking through this one, a slow start offensively. The offenses then get rolling. It's 20-18 at half, and right now, pretty much a repeat of that first half. 22 points for Tallmadge, 19 for Marlington, and that is your slight difference. The difference, it is not too big. It's a game of margins, and every little play right now is going to sting a little bit more for the team that loses this game. But either way, Tallmadge, they lead this one looking at their scoreboard. Reagan Puller, 11 points, 10 points for Coco Puller. The Pullers have 21 out of the 40. They have been dominant. A couple of big threes. Actually, I think Coco Puller only has 7. They have the 1-3 wrong. Richardson has 6, not 3. They have that 3 wrong. They gave it to Puller. It was Richardson. But either way, 7 for Puller, 6 for Richardson, and Reagan Puller with her 11. Solid evening all the way around. Tallmadge to inbound. It's a heave-ho up the floor. It's picked up by Maddie Gill. What a play. Marlington picks it up. Here comes their offense. It is Zoe Mort with the basketball. Now to Allie Gill. 24 seconds left to go in regulation. The heave-ho didn't work, and Marlington, they have a chance, and it's a timeout, a full timeout called by Coach Strumpel. What a play. Maddie Gill has to play cornerback, gets the interception, and the Dukes, they hold the fate of this one in the palm of their hand. They could take the final shot. They could try and play hero ball at the end, but do they leave time on the clock? That's the question. Are they confident with one shot to win it? How much of a buzzer beater are they willing to attempt here? That's the big question. It could be really anything. I have no clue what's going on inside that huddle over there. It could be a number of things going on. We'll zoom in on it over here. A number of things can be said in there. But most importantly, it's fight. You have 18 seconds left to go. These seniors, the final 18 seconds playing on this floor as high schoolers. It matters most now. This will be a massive upset for Marlington. They came so close against New Philly, and once again, against a team with a bunch more wins and a lot better record. They make something happen, and they have a chance to win it. They did hold for the final shot and missed against New Philly in regulation. They lost OT by 5. I think right now they might go quick. That way they can foul and make something happen if they need to. Keep in mind, no more fouls to give. A foul against either side sends their opponent to the line. So maybe you drive inside, try and force the contact. Either way, final 15 seconds. Mort has her lane to Gill. Now it's Allie Gill spinning inside. 10 seconds left to go. It's Maddie Gill. Time running out. Allie Gill to the corner. Mort goes inside, is tripped up. She is clobbered, loose ball, and that will do it. Tallmadge walks away and wins it 40-39. Unbelievable. The Tallmadge Blue Devils close it out and squeak a victory. A tight victory for Tallmadge. They do just enough, and they walk away with a 1-point victory. What a night for Tallmadge. Your player of the game belongs to Reagan Poehler, 11 points, the leading scorer for either side. But you look at Marlington, 8 points for Peets, 9 for Allie Gill, 8 for Maddie Gill, and 8 for Ella Witten-Soldner. They played hard, and unfortunately they will not walk away with the victory in this one. It's Tallmadge 40, Marlington 39. As we wrap things up here, if you are looking to buy Cavs tickets, use the link at the bottom of the description and type in my code SME to get a discounted rate. This is a part of my intro to sports sales class at the University of Mount Union. So if you can help and support, go down below, buy some tickets, and go see the Cavs up close and in real life. As well, if you or someone you know is a business owner looking to sponsor broadcasts in the Cleveland or Stark County area, contact me at one of those 3 avenues on your screen, and I would love to work out a deal with you to promote your business and your brand. To stay up to date on all the games I am covering, follow SmeeSports on Instagram and SmeeFist2024 on Twitter, and subscribe to the SmeeSports YouTube channel and enable push notifications to be notified when I upload or go live. Trying to hit 1,000 subscribers by the end of May. So if you are new, go down below and subscribe. It costs nothing, and it greatly helps out our efforts here at SmeeSports. Still 3 games left to go this week. Alliance New Philly tomorrow at 7. We then go on the road to Garfield Heights as they welcome in Warrensville Heights. 7:30 tip at Garfield. Friday night, we have a big one over at, well, here, Alliance Marlington, 6:45 tip. And on Saturday, so actually 4 more games, it's Marlington and Canton South, 6:45 tip. Looking forward to those. But with that will do it from Tallmadge High School. The Blue Devils win it 40-39. I am Nathan Smee. Thank you for spending your Monday evening with us here in Marlington. This is our last girls basketball broadcast of the year as of right now. Best of luck to Zoe, Allie, Paloma, and Zoe. I think I said all of them. It's the Gills, Zoe, and Paloma, the 4 seniors. Best of luck to them in their future endeavors, and we look forward to seeing the girls that are returning back in action next year. Hopefully, in late November, we will have our first broadcast of Marlington girls basketball for the 25-26 season. I have been Nathan Smee. Thank you once again for spending your evening with us here at Marlington High School, and we will see you tomorrow at Alliance High School as the Aviators welcome in the new Philadelphia Quakers.